Hey guys, welcome again to this new section. So in this section, we are going to be setting up our development environment. So what you need to do to get started with the WooCommerce payment gateway, the first thing is making sure you have VS Code installed. VS Code, you can go to VS Code landing page, which we ask you to download for your operating system. So you can download, for Windows, Mac, Linux, any operating system you're currently working with. So once that is done, then the next thing is to make sure you have a local server. So I'm currently running on MAMP server. As you can see this over here, MAMP server. So you can also download MAMP server. So search MAMP server, and over here you are going to find the MAMP server landing page. So click on free download and you can download it. And also you can go for XAMPP. No, some people go for XAMPP server, so you can call it XAMPP, you can call it XAMPP, anything, any way you can pronounce it. So I actually use XAMPP for my Windows system, but migrated to Mac, I had to go for MAMP server, which is more flexible. Okay, so anyone that works for you is fine. You download it and it's great. So the next one that you will also like to download is WordPress itself. So you navigate to wordpress.org. As you can see, wordpress.org, or just search wordpress.org. Then here you can find it, wordpress.org. Go to wordpress.org landing page. Once you get to this page, you can click on this Get WordPress. When you click on Get WordPress, you are going to be taken to this page, and as you can see, the current version as at the time I'm recording this video is version 6.4.3. So you can go for this version, download it, and it is fine. So I already downloaded it. So once it's downloaded, then the next thing you would like to do is to make sure your server is installed. Once your server is installed, navigate to where you install your server. So in my own case, my server is installed on my my directory, that is the parent directory. So on my parent directory, you can find the application folder, but instead of me going to this application folder, which is what we have here, this is the open application folder, but instead I will go to the application section, that is the application where application is being installed on my MacBook. So for those who are running on Windows, you just navigate to where you install your XAMPP. If you have any issue regarding to that, please drop a comment into the box, and I will do my best to make sure you guys are able to install it. So you click on the application, then scroll down to where you install your MAMP server, and if it is XAMPP server you also install, you can also do the same thing. As you can see, this is MAMP server. Then when you enter the MAMP server, double click on it, then you can find your directory. So let me close all these directories so you have the same thing, that is the same folder that I'm having here. So as you can see now, we have the bin, we have the CGI bin, we have the conv, we have the DB, but all this doesn't really concern you. But what really matters here is the htdocs. So the htdoc is like the public HTML where the entry into the server, where things we start, where things began. Okay, so you click on the htdoc, and on the htdoc folder you create your WordPress folder. So I assume you do not have WordPress folder in your htdoc, so you create a WordPress folder. Then when you create this WordPress folder, then the downloaded WordPress from the wordpress.org, then you copy it and drop it into this folder. That is, you drop the installation file into this folder. This is the installation file. Then when you drop it here and navigate, so let me just do that for you so that we are on the same page. So I'm going to create a new folder, and the new folder will be WordPress install. Let me just call this one. Don't let me use WordPress install. Let me use WordPress 2. So we are on the same page. So WordPress 2. Now let me also download this file so you guys we have the full understanding. I don't want a situation whereby you are not getting it. So let me save this on my desktop. Now it's installing. So while that is installing, make sure your server is also installed. So in my own case, my server is already installed and my server is started. But in case your server isn't started yet, let me stop my server and start all over and show you how you can go about it. So let's say your server is closed, is not being started. The next thing you would like to do once you install your server is to search it. So click on this search icon and search for MAMP server. MAMP server. Then you click on the free version. Don't click on the pro. Click on the free version. When you click on the free version, then the free version will pop up. Once it pops up, you go to preferences, and once you enter preferences, you go to the ports. And as you can see, our Apache port is 8888, and also our Nginx port is 8888, and our MySQL port is 8889. So these ports does not really matter for WordPress. You can just point it with localhost, but for the URL sake, we need this port. This port 888 is very important for the URL. So you can copy your ports, any port you use, click on Ctrl+C, then close the preferences section, and make sure you start your server. Now, as you can see, my server has started. Immediately your server starts up, it's going to load this default page for you in your default browser, which is normal thing. So close it, and let's check our WordPress if it's downloaded. Okay, it's almost done. Yeah, our WordPress is almost downloaded. So let's wait for that to be completed. But make sure you already have your folder created under your htdoc folder, which is very important. Okay, so my WordPress has been downloaded, which is in my desktop. So I'm going to open my desktop in a new tab. My desktop is now open in a new tab, which is this file. So I'm going to extract it into the same directory. Now it has been extracted, which is this folder. I'm going to enter into this folder, then copy everything I have inside this folder. Ctrl+C. If I Ctrl+C this, okay, so before I Ctrl+C this file, there is an htaccess in this folder that is not visible because I'm running on MacBook, and if you are running on Windows, it is very possible that your .htaccess is invisible. So for you to make it visible on those who are running on MacBook, use Command-Shift-G to drop down. Sorry, use Command, I think it's Command-Shift. I see G. Yeah, G is to open a new area. Okay, Command-Shift-Dot. So that should bring it. Command-Shift-Dot. Okay, nothing is coming up. htaccess. That should drop down the htaccess file. Okay, nothing is coming. Is it because we haven't installed it yet? Okay, let's just go on Google and search how to load. Okay, how to show hidden files. Okay, let's say in Mac. How to show hidden files in Mac. Okay, Command-Shift period. Yeah, it's correct. So it looks like our htaccess hasn't been created yet because I'm clicking on the Command-Shift period now. That is full stop. It is not loading the htaccess. So let's just copy everything we have. Ctrl+C and go to our htdoc. Then go to the folder you created earlier, which is WordPress 2. Open, then double click on the WordPress 2. Then drop in the file you copied. So my file has been dropped. Then I'm going to sort this file by type. Let's sort it by kind, which we have folder and we have our files. So now we have our folder WordPress 2 in our htdoc. Then the next thing you like to do after your server has been started is to navigate to localhost and make sure you specify the port we discussed about the other time. Port 8888, then slash WordPress 2. So WordPress 2, click on enter, and that should load something for us. As you can see, this is the setup page. So you click on continue and you click on let's go. Now over here we have what? We have WordPress database specification. So we need to specify the database we want to use. So since your server is already started, we can also load in our database server. So we are going to navigate to localhost 8888, then slash php myadmin. Click on enter, and this page will load up. So once this page loads up, click on new, and let's call this folder, let's call this database WordPress 2. So when you type in WordPress 2, this should create WordPress 2 for us. So click on create, and we have WordPress 2. Then the WordPress 2 will be specified here. So WordPress 2, and the username by default, all local server uses the same thing. So the username is root and the password is also root. So if I show it, you are going to see that as it is root. Then the database host is always local, so don't bother about that. So click on submit, click on run installation, and this should load. Now we are now on the welcome page. So let's call this test WooCommerce. Test WooCommerce, and the username will be admin. Let's just call it admin, and the password, let's use admin. I just want something very simple. So confirm weak password. Yeah, I think email is also kind of important. So let's call it admin at admin.com. This is not bad. So don't discourage search engine in case you want to migrate to live server. So this is our details. So I'm going to click on installed WordPress. So WordPress is now installed. Click on login, and the password is the username is admin, and our password was admin. So click on login, and we are now logged in. Cool. So this is our default WordPress installation, and this is our default landing page. This is what you're going to see if you install WordPress locally, which is amazing. So guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this current section. See you guys in the next one. Bye.